Season 34, War 2. Going up against Salty today. Starting out on this Hazardous Dorm. I did not see that power efficiency node until right before I moved up to the fight, and I was like, ah, crap. I'm going to be baiting out a ton of specials from this dude, but AntiVenom is a great option for this. I have Dex off, so I can't trigger any buffs, so don't have to worry about the global. And as long as he's special happy, which he ends up being very special happy, things will work out beautifully. Now, I've taken an Angela here before in past seasons with AntiVenom. I think that might have been the only other fight that I've used him for, and the way that I took her was build up my Spectres and keep using special ones for the Petrify to reverse her willpower healing as well as her regen. And I stick with that for the majority of this fight rather than throw my special 2 earlier in the fight. But at the end, when I do end up finally throwing a special 2, I saw how much damage it did and I realized that I should have thrown one earlier. It would have made the fight go much quicker. But luckily, because I had a nice special happy AI, it really wasn't too big of a deal as far as time. Just got to keep baiting special ones here. Limit my combos so I don't push him to a special 2. I really don't want to take it on block. And I don't want to get backed up into a corner, because without Dex, it's just a pain. So, get up to my special 2, trying to bait out a special here before I throw it. He throws it, I throw mine, and down he goes. Nice and easy. Moving on, I'm going to be taking Tigra on Power Snack. I'm going to be taking her with Spidey 99. All my fights from here on out are actually with Spidey. And the goal for this is I want to apply an exhaustion from my heavy attacks, because whenever Tigra is under the effects of exhaustion, she can't go unblockable when she throws specials. So right there I tried the dashback parry method, but that double medium kind of threw off my timing. So I'm going to kind of work on that as the fight goes on, and by the end of it I end up getting it down. I'd like to bait out special 1s from her, even though her special 2 is unblockable. If I can avoid having to bait that from her, it's better in my opinion. Special 1's super easy. It's almost like a slow motion special. Provided you're ready for it, it's not hard to dodge at all. I still haven't put Dex back on because Spidey has this cool part of his kit where he doesn't actually need the dexterity mastery. He can dodge attacks. Now we're starting to get the double medium timing down, and she goes down there. Nice and easy. Moving on into section 2, I have this Sassy. This fight I was a bit concerned with. I actually looked up a couple of YouTube videos, see if I could find a Sassy here, and I ended up finding one. Vega actually took Sassy here back in Unstoppable Armor Global days, and he took him with Spidey 99, so I went back, I watched that fight. I saw how he did it, and I pretty much copied the exact thing that he did. So I'm going to wait for the stun reflect to fall off, and now that it has, I'm going to parry, drop a heavy, put an exhaustion on him. The exhaustion is going to turn off his own abilities, so he's not going to be able to gain stacks of rage, not going to be able to go into Wrath of Tanarak, all that fun stuff. And then from here on out, it's just going to be a matter of trying to push him to special 2, because I can actually punish it for an opening. Because I don't want to parry too much and get too many disorients on me. It'll start making his block penetration go through the roof, and I can't punish the special 1. So aside from that, I don't really have openings unless I can get him to throw a heavy after hitting my block once, which he did right there. That was nice of him. And I'm going to finish him up by hitting his block and putting some ruptures on him. I think I take him down this way. Oh no, I actually landed a parry because Stun Reflect dropped off. So, moving on. Going to be on path 8. Got this Silver Surfer. Now he's on Rich Get Richer Powergain. So whichever champion has more buffs is going to gain 12% of bar power per second, something like that. And I'm going to reverse that power gain with Spidey's Wither. I probably should have thrown heavies in this fight to build up exhaustions for even more power reversal, because I think I end up just keeping it steady, not moving anywhere, so the only power he's getting is when I actually hit him. But he's going to go down super fast. He's not actually going to throw more than one special. And I like to bait the special 1 with Surfer. His special 2 covers a lot of ground. And it's almost like a slow motion dodge, kind of like Tigra's special 2. You can't just mash the screen, dex, 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 dex. You got to time it with all the movements of the champion. It's a pain in the butt. Moving on, I got this Skrull. Same node as Surfer now. They took the kinetic off of it, and they took that weird indestructible when you reach 2 bars of power off, and also has aspect of evolution. So this fight I'm actually going to incorporate my heavies, and I'm going to end up keeping his power pretty steady and reversing it a tiny little bit. And then at the end of it, I'm going to keep pushing him over a bar of power and then having him drop under, and then pushing him over again by hitting his block and just bursting my ruptures a bunch to kill him. Worked out really well, because I really didn't want to keep giving him a whole bunch of power so he would reach special 2, and I didn't want to trigger his power gain buff. So at the end of it, when I realized that I could do it this way, I decided it was a good idea. I hadn't planned on this from the start though, but it ended up working out really well. So here, push him over and then drop him under, and that bursts the ruptures there, and then he goes down. Super easy. I'm going to do a very similar thing with this Mangog here. Now, Mangog and I are best friends. We fight each other all the time. I usually win, but occasionally he wins. He's not going to win here, though. So, this node, whenever I get a bar of power, it's going to give him a vigilance buff. And when that expires, I have 4 seconds to either throw a special attack or land a heavy. If I do that, he's going to get a falter. If I don't, I'm going to get the falter. So my plan for this was I only wanted to throw 1 special 2 in this fight. So I only have to deal with that vigilance and the falter only once. From there, I'm not even going to let myself get back to a bar of power. I'm just going to keep pausing my debuffs. Now I have some exhaustions. I have 2 withers. So now I'm draining his power completely, because it's way easier to control his power when he's not on 54. And now he has 0 power. Every time I hit his block, it gives him a tiny little bit, and then I just drain it again, and it's causing all my ruptures to just burst, dealing a ton of damage. And that's how I'm actually going to kill him. Makes this node super easy. Makes any node easy when you can just kind of figure out a strategy to completely avoid having to deal with it whatsoever. And he goes down. Then moving on, I have this Mojo on 54. I was a little bit worried about this one, because he doesn't have any passive power gain until he reaches 3 million followers, so I can't actually reverse anything. So I planned on just baiting a couple of special 1s, and hopefully the fight would be done by then. If he actually got to a special 2, I was hoping to try and complete some prompts to give him followers, because I can't actually get degen because I can't get buffs. So unless he hits me with a special 2 or a special 3, I don't have to worry about degen just from completing his prompts and the whatever that poison looking field thing is. I forget what it's called, anti-life field or something like that. So I figured if I could complete prompts and give him passive power gain to reverse it, that would be a strategy. But here he gets a special 2. I just turtle up, dash back, because Mojo loves to do that, and then he goes down. And that was it for my war. We ended up winning this one. We went 150-2. They went 150-13. I think they just had a bad day. We had a bad day, War 1. I know they're capable of much better than this. I think they were 5th or 6th last season, so in contention for top 3, definitely. And yeah, good luck on the season, guys. Thank you for watching.